According to Eric Holder, who is a crime and punishment expert, he expresses that in every death row sentence, 1 of every 9 people are innocent. Today, I'll be talking about the death penalty and why I believe that we should eliminate it from the United States. You should listen to me because innocent people are being killed from the death penalty, and with all the innocent deaths going on already in the USA, I believe that this is something that we should be able to take control of. Today I'll be arguing 3 things. First, I'll argue that innocent people are dying from the death penalty. Second, I will argue that eliminating the death penalty is the thing that we can do to stop those innocent deaths. And third, I will argue that having the death penalty in the United States doesn't form a sense of security, and deterrence won't stop criminals from committing their crimes. So to start, the problem is simple. It's innocent people are dying, and from Helen Prejean, who was an ex-New York Times journalist, wrote a book called Death of the Innocent. And in that book, she interviewed someone named Dobie Williams. Now, Dobie was put on death row because he was said that he murdered a woman while she was in her bathroom in the shower. And while interviewing Dobie, she asked him a few questions. She asked him a few questions to see how smart he was, and they actually did an IQ test on him, and his IQ test was a 65, which means puts him into the mental retardation place. And so what ended up happening with Dobie was that he was a black man that was put on death row, and it was 7 years, and all the jury was white, and the lawyer that he got was also white. And the lawyer that he got to try to help him, save him from this crime that he didn't commit, ended up getting fired because after going into more research, they found out that Dobie was innocent. Now, that just proves that there's innocent deaths going on through the death penalty, and that really needs to stop. Now that I've talked about the solution, now that I've talked about the problem, the solution is easy. The solution is ultimately just eliminating the death penalty. Right now in the United States, there's 31 states that currently have the death penalty and use it when it is required. Now, that's 31 states, and that's a lot of people that could be killed. And there could always be a mistake. As I said before with Dobie, he was killed kind of due to his race, just because he was black, and there was a white jury and a white lawyer. Now, sadly, there is still race going on in our country, and that could happen in any state, where, say, it's just like Dobie's case, where they died due to race. Now, eliminating the death penalty, I believe, will stop all the innocent deaths, and I believe that because it's just something that where there's too much innocence, or there's too much death of innocent people. Third, from Jonathan Mitchell, he expresses, who is a journalist from the Supreme Court. He writes down what the Supreme Court suggests. He was talking about how the Supreme Court suggests that that there is too much crime going on, and that the only way to stop that crime is through the death penalty, and because the death penalty puts deterrence in criminals. Now, what deterrence is where people pretty much make a statement or make an action to stop people from doing something. So say someone commits a first-degree murder, what will happen will let's say they put them on death row and they kill them right there and then. They want to put fear into other criminals, and they want to stop those criminals, or they want to put fear in those criminals' minds to get them to stop committing all those crimes. But the only problem is that the United States and just the states that have the death penalty, they don't just kill a person if they get the death penalty right there and then. They wait. So, like for example, Mr. Dobie Williams, he had to wait 7 years. Just in the state of California, there are 713 people currently on death row, and they don't have any like timetable to have them killed or put them to death. And you can't just put 713 people to death like right then and there. And so today I argued that the death penalty is killing innocent people, and that eliminating the death penalty is the only problem, or is the solution to that problem, and that capital punishment and the Supreme Court argues that it'll put deterrence into the criminals, and I don't believe that. So I hope that the United States ends up voting to get rid of the death penalty, and I hope that you do too.